I love watching the Olympics. Watching an athlete perform at the peak of their ability is truly inspiring. As I'm watching these games, I'm sure like many of you, I find myself asking a question. If I started young enough, if I worked hard enough, would I have been able to achieve the same level of success as these athletes? However, I realize I do not possess the same level of raw natural talent as these athletes do. Instead, I find myself asking what I believe to be a parallel question. If I put the same level of effort in my daily life as these athletes do at the Olympic Games, will I be able to achieve the same level of success? So here's the hidden problem. We only see the athletes competing. We don't see the training they put in. We often try to replicate the athlete's peak performance in our everyday lives. If the athlete we see competing is giving a 10 out of 10 performance, even by their standards, then we believe that we also should be similarly giving a 10 out of 10 performance every day if we want to be successful. We tend to get over-motivated. We aim too high. This may not immediately strike you as a problem, except that such a fast pace is not sustainable over long periods of time. At best, it only leads to short bursts of motivation. We don't see the hard work the athlete puts in leading up to the Olympics, a lifetime of sacrifice, the consistency to show up when no one is willing to. Instead, I think there are two key takeaways we can apply to our regular lives from watching the Olympics. 1. The consistency to show up and put in the work. 2. To do that over a very long period of time. Consistency. A consistent person is someone who behaves in a similar way regardless of external factors. If a parent shows up to pick their child up from school every day, the child learns to trust that parent. An employee displays consistency by showing up for work every day. An athlete is consistent if he works hard every training session. As you can see, consistency is the very foundation of our normal lives without us even knowing it. I think what we struggle with is intentional consistency. A kind of consistency in sticking to the plan despite external factors acting on us because of a prior commitment to ourselves. Say you set the goal of being able to run a marathon by the end of the year. The logical next step is to set up a training plan that you think will make you successful in achieving that goal. It may look something like running 4 days a week for a year. So far, you have completed the easiest part of completing that goal. You now require consistency in sticking to your plan. You do everything you can to complete the 4 training sessions that you committed to doing to yourself. Even after a 60-hour work week, even if your friends are planning a super fun night out. I like how 5 times CrossFit fittest man on earth Matt Fraser puts it. I do today what no one else is willing to do, so that tomorrow I can do what no one else can. Now that's consistency. Over long periods of time. So here's where we talk about sustainability. While consistency will usually result in us achieving our short-term goals, to truly master something requires us to be consistent over long periods of time. How long exactly? According to author Malcolm Gladwell, the now famous magic number appears to be 10,000 hours. So while it would be nice to always give our max effort, it is more about giving our 8 out of 10 performance consistently over years. So here's to not striving after an Olympian's perfection, but instead striving after their consistency over long periods of time.